Chatting about.
Well, first of all, I can't believe there wasn't decent coffee in Las Vegas. I had to brew it myself.
Had to brew it yourself. Well, we did buy a bag.
Yeah, from Sprouts.
From Sprouts.
It was local. I don't even remember. That's what we're drinking now. Also, we had gotten 2 bags from Twin Beans in Idaho, Twin Falls, and that lasted us almost the whole time. So that was good.
Folks, we've been on the road for a month. This is the end of the month, first month.
Wow, sure is.
First month of 3 on this Western tour. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
But that's basically what it is. And when we left Memphis at the end of the lectureship, went through Texas and saw the grandbaby, of course, Matthew and Olivia.
And Matthew and Olivia.
And
We had just left East Tennessee before that, before we went to Memphis, visiting Chris and Caitlin and Piper.
yeah, because we knew we were going to be gone so long, we had to get as many hugs in as we could.
Yeah.
Because that's hard.
They also let us take Piper to Georgia to see her great-grandparents.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun.
So
Anyway, then we came to
Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's kind of where we,
Yeah, that's
I
where
guess,
we
was
started.
kind of our official start place.
Yeah.
And got to present the work there and be with those brethren, get to meet them, and Logan and his wife Lacey, and Summers. They're doing a great job there, and so we were excited to get to know them a little bit, spend some time with them, and
Paige.
Dan and Paige, and
They let us mooch dock.
yeah. It's nice
Or
when you
mooch
have
camp, whatever you want to say.
it's nice when you have folks that let you kind of hook up to their facilities and save us a little bit of money instead of buying campsites. But anyway, so that was fun though to get to know them, spend some time with them, and then we
spent just a few days there and then went to Idaho.
then all the way up to Idaho, and so I think we overnighted in Moab.
Yeah.
Just for kicks because we like Moab.
Yeah.
So.
And we spent a little over a week at Buell working with the Church
did
of
a
Christ
gospel
there.
meeting with them and our friends there.
Rick and Susan let us stay on their property and hook up there, so that was very nice. And loved getting to spend time with Susan and
always.
And Rick.
And Tony and Katie are doing a great job there. They've been there, I guess, about a year now.
Yeah.
So excited for what that's going to look like for them as they continue on that work. And
we got to see Peyton and Tiffany while we were there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They were coming through. Peyton used to preach there, and he was kind of the instigator of getting Chris and Caitlin to go out there, which is how we got to know the Buell congregation. So we're so thankful all of that happened and that we're maintaining a relationship with them. But that was a good visit and good work there. And then we left.
Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering, I am paying attention to the highway.
Yeah.
So, but we wanted to get on here because we just haven't been able to, and just haven't sat down to do it. And so we figured, well, we've got a 2-hour drive, so we'll just hook up the camera and talk away. So where are we headed?
To Zion National Park.
Zion National Park for 2 days, just to have a little bit of fun, a little reprieve, and a little bit of a break, and then we'll go back. Actually, well, we've been in Vegas. I guess we should talk about Vegas.
Yes.
Because that's where we've been for 2 Sundays. So almost 10 days we've been in Vegas with Brandon Green and the congregation there at Oakey Blvd. And in fact, today was the first interview that dropped on our podcast and on a YouTube page. And so that's out now. There's a second part to that, and I didn't really put a teaser in that, but we'll tease that with this. We'll try to put this in maybe. And so
wow, there's some good views around here.
we're driving through the Great Basin area, Nevada, and into southern Utah, and it's desert, but it is beautiful.
If you've never been out west, or if you have, you know the turn every corner and it looks like a different view, a different type of mountain range sometimes, and I just find myself saying, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. Every curve is, well, there's a new wow.
Yeah. So pretty.
It's very, very cool though. We're enjoying doing this, but we get to spend a lot of time with congregations and with preachers, and so, and yes, we're going to take a moment to go see some views ourselves, enjoy the scenery, and so we're grateful to be able to do that, especially in this drive to be out west, because we haven't explored this particular area, so this is new for us. But the Oakey Boulevard congregation, just to talk about it for just a minute. Of course, Randy May preached there for a couple of decades, and Brandon, the preacher now, Brandon grew up there, and so now he's back as the preacher. He's been there about 3 years, and very excited about what they're doing, and using the opportunity to counsel financially, to use counseling though as a way of evangelizing in an area that's otherwise pretty difficult, and so, and of course benevolently helping people and things like that.
Yeah,
so,
they had like a food bank that people could just freely come in and get, and it was very encouraging to see how they were family. And we got to see Chase. Used to be Mangrum.
Trey and Chase.
And Trey.
Kirkpatrick.
And visit with them, and that was good to get to see her. She's married, growing up. All of our kids that we knew that are our kids' age, they're all getting married and having babies and all kinds of stuff. So, but it was really nice. Yesterday, some of the guys were gone on a men's retreat in California, and Wayne was able to fill in for Brandon, and we like being able to do that and help preachers out so they can do things and take time off. But they had a fellowship meal, and so we just went in there, and and this one lady was talking about how they we call those potlucks, and she said sometimes that intimidates people from going because maybe they didn't have time, or they just didn't get to make something, so they don't stay. And she said so they started calling them luncheons, and that way it doesn't put pressure on people, and those who can just make a little extra just in case others don't have an opportunity to make something. And they have several or a lot of like single guys and stuff in the congregation, so
but they have a lot of visitors, obviously.
They have a lot of visitors, so they want people to stay and fellowship with them. And so I thought that was a good idea to call it a luncheon instead of a potluck. I like that.
So if you're in Vegas for any reason, then visit the Oakey Boulevard congregation, and you'll be pleased. What's interesting, in that they share a building with a Spanish congregation, and they adjust their times so they can both use the building, on Sunday and on Wednesdays, and so they work it out, and it works for them. It's actually a very large Spanish congregation, and so if you're interested in that, and I'm sure if you want to know more about that, you can get in touch with Brandon. He'll get you in touch with the minister there, and be able to talk with them about Spanish work, because they're doing a really good work there. They're growing too. So this is and it's a difficult area. Obviously, it has kind of a stigma about it. Vegas does, but there's a lot, especially recreation-wise in the area. There's a lot for families as well. It's not all about Sin City.
Yeah, you can stay off the strip. We went down to see the fountain, Bellagio fountain, and ate at a restaurant. And we were there maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
In the daytime.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time we were exploring other stuff. And
there's a lot to do.
There's areas like with any big city that's not safe, and so you just have to be aware of your surroundings and stuff. And but there's so much more to it than the strip, than the casinos. And so I recommend, if you have a stopover or something, make it so that you can visit the Oakey congregation.
Yeah. They're a very loving congregation, and they love on visitors, and so you'd enjoy being there, I know.
Yeah.
So we're taking a couple days. Obviously, we're going to go to Zion National Park. As we get back, we're going to go westward into California, visit just visit the West Paseo congregation, and get to know them a little bit as we explore that area. And then we'll be over in Citrus Heights, which is near Sacramento, kind of northeast of Sacramento, the Mariposa Avenue congregation, where Nathan and Katie are there, and Micah. And so we're looking forward to being with them very soon. And then we're traveling on up into Oregon, and we've got a contact waiting to hear from in Washington. And then we will be back in Idaho, in North Idaho, then Montana, and that'll carry us through the next 2 months. And so there's a lot that's going on, and we just wanted to jump on here and just kind of catch up, because it's been a minute, and we apologize for that, but we're grateful that you're following along with us and checking out what we're doing. If you have contacts, please reach out to us and let us know who those individuals are, preachers, congregations, elders you may know, anything, members at a congregation that we can get into contact with. All of that's how we've been generating contacts, is through you who are following along with us, and those that we get to visit with. And so we just ask for those contacts. We'll make the calls, and we'll get in touch, and we'll visit just as soon as we can. So,
yep.
Is there anything else we need to update on?
Well, we'll be sharing some more shorts and videos and stuff, so keep up with us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Please.
Do all the social things that'll help us out. We appreciate that. But we are going to try a couple things. We're going to try to do some lives, maybe on Instagram. And we'll try to do that in the next couple.
It's hard.
It is, but we're going to try to do that. Make ourselves do that. Get used to doing that, and that way too, those people that that will be on there, they can ask questions and things like that. Live and on the spot, and so we'll do that and kind of show some of the areas that we're getting to travel to. And so check out those videos as we go. We're building a kind of a large video that we'll put together a bunch of stuff, and I'll probably let maybe Chris, I'll talk him into doing a big edit for me at the end of this 3-month trip.
Yeah,
put something together. So, but anyway, so
we did go to the Hoover Dam.
Oh, we did see the Hoover Dam.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
So there are lots of places to go that are driving distance from Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, from Vegas, you're 2 hours to Death Valley, 2 hours to
Grand Canyon.
To the Grand Canyon, hour from Hoover Dam, 2 hours to Zion National Park, where we're headed now. Bryce is just a little further away into southern Utah. From Vegas, you can be in California in just an hour or two, and so it's pretty exciting area
and it's
to visit.
so hard sometimes to find a sound congregation to go to when you're just trying to go to national parks and stuff like that. And Vegas is a pretty cheap place, I think, to fly into.
Yeah.
So if you were like having that as your base and
tuning in.
Thank y'all.
We'll see you further down the road.